Alright, so in this video I'm going to run you through or give you an overview that how I entertain myself listening to music on Linux desktop laptop. uh, I'm using few programs which will and most and all those programs are very lightweight, mostly command line driven or have GUI based. So basically all of them are very lightweight, that's why I'm using, and it does solve the purpose of my need. So like everyone else out there, I love music too, and uh, it's become a very integral part of my work life too. So I use few software. My primary, as you know, I'm sitting on an i3 window manager for a long time, and I use CMUS, okay, C music player, which is a very lightweight TUI based music player, as my main music player on the system for long time. And additionally, I use something called MPV, okay, so which is a audio player, video player, which I use extensively, embedded inside other program as well as directly. And yes, so MPV and CMUs, these two software I've been using for years to listen to my music, watch videos, and all this stuff. Okay, so to give you a glimpse, I'm assuming and taking you for granted that you already know about what CMU is or MPV is. If you are not, then I'll give you a link in the description section below so you can go over it in your leisure and find out more. Okay, I have bounded some key to bring up my music player, which is CMUS, in a separate workspace or dedicated workspace in i3. Okay, so I bounded it with not so intuitive because I ran out of key combination or imagination that time. I bound it and I haven't changed it. So Alto, oh sorry, uh, mod U is the, so this is my playlist in CMUs. This is CMUs interface. You can see the asterisk is near, that means the uh, uh, that particular playlist is playing, something like that. If I move my cursor to the other pane like this, I can select any song and play it. Okay, and I'll show you how you can do. It's simple, just pressing the enter will start playing the music. Okay, so if I come back, these are few playlist I have to I generally like, let me show you. So if I go to share and press enter, and it starts playing, right? Control V to so mod control V will stop the player from playing. uh, that's a keybind I have in my i3 config, and in fact I don't have to be here. As you can see on the top right corner on the status bar, the music is playing. Okay, if I am on somewhere else, some other place, and I wanted to change, if I do mod control and N, it will go to the next song. Okay, mod control and R, it will go to the previous song. These are the control, these are the keybind which control my music player, which is CMUS, from anywhere in the system. I don't have to be in CMUS itself to manipulate the stuff. So, and this is how basically wherever I just have few to stop the player from playing, to start the player from playing. I have a dedicated keybind which will call up the CMU system to perform the action I instructed through the keystroke. Okay, it's very convenient to me, so I don't have to do anything else. The only thing that I haven't tried it yet, that if I wanted to change the my playing playlist folder, then I need to go to that particular place. I need to go to this particular place and I need to change the playlist on the left hand side manually, which I am sure can be done remotely, but I haven't tried it yet. So I have to come here in the CMU interface just to change the playlist of my choice. So once I select it, and the songs will be showing on the right hand side pane, I can control it remotely from anywhere in the system. I don't have to come here in the CMUs. Okay, so this is a bloody good tool and I have been using it for years now, many years now. This is my go-to music player. I have nothing else. As I said, I only use MPV beside this. That's all I have. I'll show you how I manipulate MPV. Okay, so this is something which I use. Okay, so and CMU, I again, I'm assuming you are very aware of CMUs. If you are not, I'll give you the description in a link of this particular software in the description section below, so you can go through yourself and figure it out. It took me some time. It will take you maybe some time to, but once you set it up, it becomes very smooth and very lightweight, and it solved my need, my purpose for many years now. So I never thought of hopping for some other flashy stuff which is available, or some other GUI client or something else people popularly use. Never bothered to. So once I get the hang of it, I stick with it. So not only here, on some other software too, which I have been stick with for decades, because I got the hang of it and I do not let it go. As simple as that. So your perspective could be quite different than mine, and I don't blame it for you. Blame for that. So this is how I listen to my music. Pretty simple, pretty ordinary, but it does the job for me. So the second thing is, if I go, as I said, if I so as I said, I use MPV. I have a keybind. So if I do mod control and semicolon, mod and semicolon, it brings me up the stuff which I can see. Okay, so from the status bar, I can play, right? So it's a very convenient system. Likewise, if I want to watch movie, I have this D menu script which will show me what different movie categories which I have. Okay, so if I wanted to see movies, if I select any of the, and it will show me what are the movies I have. And if I start If I press enter, it will start playing the movie. Okay, so it's pretty darn simple. So I have modem bounded with to bring up this movie list where I can see the different movies I wanted to see with the MPV backend. Okay, so this is how I watch movies and listen to the music. Pretty darn simple. Use CMUS as my whole and soul go-to music player to listen to the music, and MPV as music player as well as a movie watching system. So to give you some sort of glimpse what sort of keybind I have in my i3 config file, if you haven't looked at my i3 config file on GitHub, which is hosted under .file repo, I have extracted some part of it. Let me show you. So on the left hand side buffer, you can see there is a, as you can see, these are the little script which is nothing but calling the CMU remote is a binary which will remotely control the CMU interface. As you saw, I pressed different key combination on i3 to manipulate the CMU interface from anywhere from the system. I do not have to be on the CMU interface to control it. I can be anywhere in the system, and if I press certain key, as you can see, to go to the next, go to the previous, pause it, stop it, play it, and even kill the MPV, right? So likewise, I can play the MPV, I can pause the MPV, I can kill the MPV, whatever, right? So on the right hand side is just a occur buffer in Emacs to show you the lines related to that. So, and on the very first line on the right hand side buffer, you can see I show you my CMU interface. That's how I bring it up on certain workspace. That in my case it's workspace 8. If I go there and show you, this is the line I'm highlighted to how I bring my CMUs with a keystroke. Okay, and these are the other stuff you can see on the left hand side buffer also. So it is extremely integral part to my day-to-day life to listen to the music, and on whenever I get a little bit longer time, I watch to my favorite movies. But I don't have to go out to, because I have a huge collection of my own over the years about the movies I prefer. I'm very picky, I'm very selective about what to watch, what not to watch, and I generally give it a long thought if somebody recommended something without giving much thought or without giving much explanation. So my watch list is very limited but absolutely tailored to my need. Likewise, music, I listen to a lot of various stuff, but over the years it grows, and it grows according to my choice, to my liking, not somebody else's recommendation. So again, that is very limited, that is very selected for me. But this is very important because there is no way to I can't remember any day goes by without listening to the music or doing something. So this is what I've been using Linux on desktop laptop for over 2 decades. So, and initially I tried some GUI version, but once I get the hangover of this CMUs and MPVs, I never look back to something else, because it's perfectly suits my need and solve my purpose, as simple as that. So I thought to bring it up. So if probably if you're interested or something like that, you might try it. It is, I don't know whether I should recommend it or not, but because I am being comfortable. It does solve my purpose. It doesn't mean it will be useful to you, but if you're inclined and curious enough, you might give it a shot to know more about it. So I hope it will give you some sort of understanding what the music player and movie player I use. So thanks for watching.